So I spent the past 3 years kind of intently in great detail trying to find an answer to most creatives' main question, which is, why do I feel guilty about doing the things that bring me joy and the things I want to do? Why are they always a back burner task? And I always feel like I should be doing something more important. For me, that's photography, getting out of a camera, walking around, taking photos, editing, creating that kind of art, right? And I always feel guilty about doing it, like I should be doing something else that's more important, even though it's something that brings me joy. And when you do these things, you feel like you're on cloud nine, like so much joy, so much happiness, like you feel complete. I definitely feel complete when I create, so I feel kind of robbed by myself. It never happens because it feels like there's more important things I should be doing out there, which is probably not at all true, but that's how it feels. It feels guilty to do the things that you like and love. I've spent the past 3 years trying to work out why that is, and spoiler, none of it worked at all. None of it. And none of it could substitute for kind of the one rule that I'm learning right now. And you don't have to wait till the end to know that. The rule is basically there's no better alternative than just doing it. And I know it sounds a bit crazy and it sounds easier said than done, but really bear with me while I go over the past 3 years, because it does make sense. It makes a lot of sense to me, at least, and I hope that it makes a lot of sense to other people. I think life is all about making room for the things you enjoy and want to do. And at times that's impossible, or there's bigger challenges in the way that just shadow everything. First thing I did was minimalize what I was trying to do and create, moving down just to one thing, which was photography, and spend a lot of time creating and editing photos, which is all cool, which is all good. That worked for, say, a week, and then there were so many avenues to pursue in photography and so many things to do and try, etc., that it became overwhelming again. And it was like this huge thing, not just a small thing that I could pick up and do whenever. I've spent the last 2 months documenting my life. So I started looking at making it a habit, basically. So I moved back to the video world and I decided to document my life. If I made it a habit that I did every single day, it would just stick. And also I could tell stories and I could tell everyone about things I've been trying and how I'm feeling and self-improvement and creative things, etc., because I'd be documenting it anyway. But it was kind of really weird at a family dinner, just bring out your phone hey, I'm documenting this for YouTube. It was strange, and it just didn't work. Break everything down into these tiny little segments and do them every single day. You achieve so much and you don't even notice. The year after, I decided that the real problem was time. So what I decided to do is create this kind of crazy system and process that was self-sufficient, that would basically mean that I could get everything done that I deemed really important in adult life. I chopped them up into tiny little pieces, so they were 2 minutes long, so I could just do loads of them, and then I could just get out and create and not worry about it. Not everything can be put down into 2 minutes, most definitely, and you find that actually you can't do everything. Everything can't be done. What I found that when I did create, and looking back on the times that I did create, when I created is when I didn't think about it at all, right? I didn't have a conversation with myself, which is what am I going to do today? What's the most important thing? As soon as I felt the urge, I just went and did it. Or if someone asked me, I just went and did it. And that got me thinking, could just doing it, just not thinking about it, not overthinking it, not even giving yourself the chance to talk yourself out of it, the superpower. And turns out for me, it is. It's a way to stop yourself thinking too much about it. What lens am I going to take out? Where am I going to go? What am I going to shoot? Whatever it is you're creating, as soon as you start thinking about it, I feel like that's the problem, and that's the problem for me. But you could probably spend those 30 minutes creating. So I know it sounds easier said than done, but it's little steps, and that's how I've done it in little steps. It's just grabbing a camera and going out, not thinking about it, just not making any excuses at all. And it's worked, and here I am in a field in the middle of nowhere. And why I'm sat in a field talking to a camera or myself about this is that I feel like there's so many creative people out there that have so much to share with the world. And, you know, for a lot of people it's a dream, and it never happens because they never do it. Action is the only way that you're going to do something. You can only do it by doing it. And I feel like the world would be a better place, right, with all of this art and creative stuff, creativeness out there, and people feeling like empowered to go and do it, and the world to see it. And I'd feel guilty if I didn't share it, so that others can share stuff too and create stuff too, because I feel like the world's a better place with it. It's really good. It's really good to be back.